What's up, everybody? This is your boy Ramzeigh from Shade of Brown podcast, and this is more of a laid back, laid down type mini episode. Some might say it's just me and the mic. And before the year is over, I just thought, I wanted to take some time and just talk, record, talk to y'all, to the listeners. It's just gonna be a audio only version of episode, and just wanted to say some words. Now that 2022 is coming to an end, and I don't know if 2022 was a good year for you or okay, all right year for you, or unfortunate year for you. Some have come up on things. Some have maybe lost some things, or it's been a roller coaster. Cause I know it's been a roller coaster for me, but that's just me. And I know that everyone has a different path. We all learn different things at different times, and yeah, man, that's just how life is. And I know I right now I sound a little bit more serious, from our traditional episodes, from it's just like joking around. We do get a little bit serious, but uh, you know, uh, I just thought I'll jump on the mic real quick, talk to you all. And to our listeners, I don't know what you may be going through. Just keep your head up, bro. 2022 was a crazy year for me, and I keep my head up. The podcast started in this year, in July, and it's a journey, and I love it. It's a very like big learning experience, and I dig it. I love it, and I've learned a lot. Uh, One thing that I was not expecting is learning about more about cameras. And I'm still learning. I still consider myself as a rookie, amateur. Not even close of like being an expert or whatever. But I'm still learning, bro. Learning about. I'm not gonna geek out too much, but like ISO, aperture, shutter speed. I didn't know these things before, but now as we go along, I'm learning these things, and it's kind of thing we gotta learn when you doing a podcast, especially if you're recording video. So 2022, man, coming to an end. I say that again. um, I've seen um other podcasts, like along this road that we've been on, me and the guys, and I see it and I dig it, and especially if you're in the AV, if you're a podcast or a local business, whatever it may be, if you're in the AV, I salute to you, and I shout you out, and from a local podcast to whatever local thing you may be doing here in the AV, like we support y'all. And since we're a podcast, especially if you're a fellow podcaster, bro, like do your thing. You gotta jump on, be 100 about it, you know. Um, yeah, man. I don't know if you could hear people in the background, but family from Mexico came over, and my tias, and when tias get together, they get loud. You know, no sound effects. It's not connected. It's just me and you. You know, up close and personal, and whatever battles you may be going through, addiction, hardships, heartbreak, headache. Um, push through, bro. Push through, friend. You know, damn, dude, these my aunts are loud. Uh, anyways, I'm gonna try edit that background noise as best I can. Um, 2023 in the horizon. Who knows what it may bring? And I think about these things, like reflecting on 2022 and then what we've seen and gone through this year, and then what's in the horizon for 2023. Like, not to sound messed up or funny, but like I'm like wondering like who's gonna get canceled this year. You know, I wonder if there's gonna be a guy out there is gonna say something or do something and get canceled, and all this commotion is gonna happen. Or crazy celebrity, actor, musician, I think about all that, or who's gonna come up out of nowhere, or what's gonna go viral, I think about all that. Um, excuse me. Yeah, but I do know one thing's for sure: changes will happen, you know, and I'm pretty sure we can all agree. Um, like changes in life, changes in relationship, changes in friends, changes in what maybe even a job, or changes in your own style, your own personality, your mindset, the way you think or go about. A lot of things can change in a year, or even less than a year, or a certain event may happen that will change you. So yeah, I think about all that, and I'm sure many people think the same way too. I know it's one of those things. Like, am I the only one who thinks this way? And you start thinking that you're weird, but you're not. And we're all human, and we all think the same way, even though we kind of doubt that no one else thinks like how we do. Which, at those kind of thoughts are actually very very common, and there's no it's kind of silly to think that we're weird for thinking that in the first place. So yeah, 2023, this podcast, Shade of Brown, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen, what's gonna bring, what's gonna bring us, what kind of guests, or who, or what topics we're gonna bring to you guys, and we got some goals. I know I do. I hope you do. And I hope you can achieve them. And if you have doubts or procrastinate, oh, I don't even think I said that right. You know what I mean. And if you're lagging on making a move, you know, um, one thing is you gotta make a move, and kind of like if it's something that out of your comfort zone, um it is normal to fail, and it is part of the process, because before I did this podcast I tried other things, and it failed, kind of flopped, and it was okay, um so I redirected that energy to something else, and it was this podcast, you know. And here's a little something that I don't really talk about when we're doing real episodes, because this is a mini episode, a little bit more deep. Um, as I'm sure you all know now that I do the podcast is me, my younger brother Isaiah, and our friend Anthony. But um, Anthony was before I knew Anthony, he was my brother Isaiah's friend. So that's how I know Anthony from my brother. So me, my younger brother, when we were younger, we were close. But then you know how you get older, and then you kind of like want to go your separate ways a little bit, and like experience life how you want to go by it. So I noticed, we were a little bit separate. Our relationship wasn't all there. So the beauty of this podcast, though, too, is that I have my brother there with me now, and I really, really dig that about this. I really dig that with this podcast, and not only that, we have a close friend, cool guy, Anthony, the homie Anthony, on the podcast with us. So I kind of dig that we have three heads in the pod, three different minds, different perspectives, So I think that's perfect. I don't know how if there's any other podcasts out there who do it by themselves, or two, or three, or even four. But for for me, you know, just the three of us, three amigos, three musketeers, the three stooges. You know, um, yeah, man, it's us. I'm glad to have my brother there close. You know, we talk. I feel like the relationship has gone way better. Doing this podcast. And now, like before, I wouldn't really talk to Anthony, only like when they would invite him over to little get-togethers, and I'll say what's up. But now that I got to really know him, since he's on the pod now, like he's pretty chill dude, good guy, real, straight up, no sometimes no filter, kind of blunt. And I dig that because sometimes some people are afraid to be that way. Yeah, so I think we balance each other out, and I dig that, and I saw that, and I think it's really dope. And this is a learning experience doing this podcast for me because I will say this, and I'm not afraid to say this, but about maybe 5 episodes in, or a little bit after that, I did feel a little bit like I was a little bit controlling, and I'm glad that I caught that about myself. Or maybe it was like, I'm not trying to throw people under the bus, but like I kind of felt that my brother and Anthony were kind of like throwing me hints that I was like being a little bit too controlling. And I learned, that when you're running something, doing something like as a group, if it's two or more, you gotta learn how to delegate. And I learned that big brands, huge brands, like for example, Tesla, whatever, Elon, Elon Musk. The reason why they're so successful and rich or whatever, because they master delegate. They delegate a lot of things, because to run a huge company like that, it cannot be run just by one person making all the decisions. So I'm learning how to delegate more. Like giving um a sense of control for other people. Because um I wasn't like that before, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I used to make beats and music. I have music out. So when you're have a creative mindset in one way or another, if it's music or anything in the arts, um, you kind of don't like other people's ideas, or you're kind of less open, and if you're open and let it in, it has to be perfect. Like, you have to be 100 about it, because if you're a little bit doubtful, you won't accept it, the advice or the idea from somewhere else. And that's just how we are. Like, when you're have a very creative mindset. And that's why I in the in the fifth episode or after, it did feel like that, because and I caught it because I knew this is happening, because I used I didn't have to take ideas from anyone else. And this is a very, very different feel from making music, because I would make music just by myself, 99% of the time, And but now there's two heads. It's my brother and Anthony. And I appreciate these guys so much, and I'm learning how to, you know, back off, you know, and I want these guys to feel that they're like very important to me. And with this podcast, and I value their opinions, their ideas, and what they say, So I've learned how to do that. And there's been a lot of changes. I don't know what you guys are going through as of this second, but I know I am. I'm going through a very lot. I don't mean to get a little bit religious or anything, but I do feel like the I'm not gonna say the D word, but I will say the E word, the enemy. I do feel like I have been attacked a lot, a hell of a lot lately. So, but I do see why, and I do see the bigger picture. I am very aware. That is probably like the reason why I still have my head up, because I'm aware why. And there's a lot of things that the enemy is trying to destroy in my life, but also there are a couple things that I need to get rid of in my life too, and I need to change by myself. So these changes are necessary, I believe, with me. And I know I will come out as a better person, and not only for myself, for my family, my brother, this podcast, you know, for Anthony, since he's in the podcast too. And for you guys, the listeners, the ones who watch, I'm gonna up my game for y'all. Be more professional. If I was professional this past episodes, where I tried to be, keep it professional. Best believe 2023, I'm gonna be even more at a professional mindset about this, you know, and I'm going all in. I am going all in, and we're gonna do this. The guys, we all in. Get ready for the ride. Buckle up. 2023. And to all you listeners, all you watchers out there, if you're listening to this, um, this is like I said, only audio version episode. Keep your head up. Push through. If you When you want change in your life, there's a couple things that you need to do, like stop what you're doing, look at the bigger picture. Is there anything right now, like, that's holding you back or has changed you in one way where you're not happy about yourself? Is it something or someone that changed you? Even if it wasn't their intention, but being around this person changed you. And you're not happy about this new person that you are. And you were more happy the way you were. And you felt more yourself, more real to yourself. And now you kind of feel like you're lying to yourself. I say, get away from this person or this thing, because it's like, I want to say, like, getting rid of the distractions in your life to focus on you. And then after that, think about yourself, look at yourself in the mirror if you have to, or to start talking to yourself in the mirror, like, and say, like, what is wrong with you, to yourself in the mirror. And I know we live in a in a time where, like, oh, I'm perfect. I'm a 10. There's nothing wrong with me. Stop lying to yourself. There's always room for improvement. So quick to point, but so slow to speak out our imperfections. And I'm doing that. And I know you guys can too. And oh man, yeah, like, you gotta work on yourselves. We all do. 2023, like, make the best of it. Um, I I believe, I don't know if you guys may agree with me or not. It's okay. There was a day where I stood back and I was looking at social media, right? But I wasn't looking at pictures or posts or whatever. I was looking at, like, social media as a whole, right? Like, there's this thing right here, this thing called social media, this thing called media, this thing called the internet, this thing called articles, all this information bunched up in one place, right? That's the way I was looking at it at that moment. And I thought, and I was piecing in these puzzles about this whole social media thing. And I, a piece of the puzzle was this cancel culture thing over here. Okay, I got that piece of the puzzle. I'm bringing it over here. Bam, right there. So then I got this other piece over here. Let's say uh the whole LGBT movement. Okay, that's another piece of the puzzle. Okay, bam, right here. It goes here. So I'm like piecing different pieces of all aspects what's going on in social media, right? You know, these rumors of war, even conspiracies, theories. Um, there's even the political piece of the puzzle. I bring that in too. Even religion, I bring that piece in too. So I'm bringing all these different aspects, different topics, whatever you may want to call it, in the internet, and I'm piecing them together, right? Imagining, I'm piecing them together, and then I come to realize something. But this is my opinion. You guys can agree if you guys want. I don't want to say it's a fact because it's just an opinion. Um, I had this imaginary puzzle in front of me, and I had it pieced together, and I'm like, humans right now, we're at a very weird generation right now because so much information is available to us right now, so easy, that has made us um take sides, right? And is it has made us think a certain way, speak a certain way, live a certain way, um go about on anything, look at other people a certain way too. and and I see this like in front of me. I'm like, the weird thing happening right now is that we're at a stage, excuse me, we're at a stage where this is still fresh. All these different sides, is political, LGBT, religion, all this stuff, cancel culture, this, opinion, this, is this a fact, or this is opinion, all this information, right, bunched up. We're gonna learn, we're gonna eventually learn to adapt it all. Because right now, all this bunched up in this little puzzle right now. And this is why everyone's on edge. Or if you don't believe in my politic views, forget you, get away from me, or whatever. And you see all these fights and arguments. So that is why, because it's fresh to us right now, still. And I believe that once all this fresh information that was kind of like slapped us all in the face, and we're reacting with either you with me or you're not type attitude. But once that slap, that red handprint of media in our face wears off, we're gonna be like, oh shoot, this is people. We're all human. Why was I so mad? And it's gonna happen. It's going to happen, bro. That's the puzzle. That's the pieces of the puzzles coming together because it was so much information jam packed at once, and it's like it was just dropped on us. But we're learning to hold it now. We're still learning to grasp it in our hand. Yeah, that's just my opinion right there. Bam, believe it or not. So yeah, 2023. Hopefully we can understand that a little bit more. Um, yeah, this is a mini episode. I am Ramzeigh. Just a little convo I wanted to have. I hope it inspired some of you, or um, I hope I made sense, a little bit of sense to you, to some of you. Um, yeah. Um, New space, new podcast space coming soon. Um, we'll be working on that. Till then, wait on it. And we'll be bringing out more content, for you guys. And there's people that believe in us. And I'm always going to have them in my head. Always. There's actually people out there, not only in us, but they believe in you too. There's people looking at you. You may not feel it, you may doubt it, but there's someone out there looking at you that look up to you. There is. Trust me, there is. Um, I, I think I've done enough talking, enough rambling. I don't know how much time I've been talking for. I don't have a timer on me right here, so I'll end it right here. Just I'm gonna leave it at a positive note. Thank you for everyone. This is Ramzeigh from Shade of Brown Podcast, and 2023. I keep saying it, man. I don't know how many times I said 2023. Play a shot game. Man. How many times I say that? 2023, 2023, 2023. um, it's gonna be a good year. It's one of those things where you gotta say it, and I'm not only saying it. I'm recording it. And if you're kind of timid to say it, I'll say it for you. 2023 not only is going to be a good year for me because I'm claiming it. It's going to be a good year for you if you're listening. To whoever's listening right now, it's going to be a good year for you. And if you want to say it with me right now. 2023 is going to be a good year for me. Rhyme it. So yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna cut off right now. Ramzeigh, Shade of Brown Podcast, 2023. We're gonna come back. I hope y'all have a very good New Year's. Stay safe, y'all. Much love. Signing off. Woo!